Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to my channel. My name's Alicia. In today's video, we are going to be creating this makeup look actually, with the Ofra and Leora collection. Now, if you've seen my collection videos, you know that I love Ofra and I have been watching Leora for so many years. I actually started watching her, I think when she was doing like her BoxyCharm videos. So this goes like way back. I have watched her for years. She is such a cutie. She's such a sweetie. I love her so much. This is a picture of her here. I will have her YouTube channel linked down below in case you're interested, but this palette is very her. It is very her. You will see that in the demo portion of this video. This is the PR package. I bought this directly off of Ofra's website. And when you open it up, this is what you get on the inside. So you get a eyeshadow and face palette. This is like a full face palette here. And then you've got a liquid lipstick and a lip gloss. These are sold in a duo for $27. This palette is sold alone for $39. Or you can get the PR package like I did for $59 and save a little bit of money if you're interested in getting everything. So we're gonna go ahead and get right in with the look. All right, guys, we are going to go ahead and get started with the eye palette. This is what it looks like here. And then you open it up, and with Ofra, they always have this little like cover. It's not a sheet. It's actually got some edging to it. So I really like this. It really does protect the product inside. And here is what you're getting here. So you have 8 different eyeshadows, and then you've got a bronzer, a blush, and a highlighter. So everything to do a full face. And this palette, it only retails for $39. So I love that as well. I love that you have got some warmer tones over here, and then you've got cooler tones over there. I love the split that she did there. I also love the way that she laid this out. Like, these could be just 2 eyeshadow looks. I think that's kind of how she designed this. I think it is just so pleasing to the eye the way that this was laid out. So I wanted to use these 2 shades. Obviously, that's why I wore this dress today. So that is what we're going to do. Now, I have already got my eyelids primed, and we are just going to go ahead and get right in. So I wanted to kind of catch you guys up in this video as well. This doesn't have anything to do in relation to this palette, but I have not filmed in quite a while just because my husband has been very, very sick. He's been in the hospital 3 different times in the past month. And then also I work at a CPA firm, and the April 15th deadline, that was huge. I was working like, 16-hour days, literally working through the night. So yeah, I have been doing the best that I can and still going to school on top of that. So it's just been very, very busy. Now, I do want to go ahead and give you guys a swatch of all of these colors. Here are the first 4. These are more of like the warm tones. I love that pink. And Leora has brown eyes as well. So I think that all of these colors that she designed, especially, will probably look good on brown eyes. I mean, any person can wear any different color on their lids, but with her having brown eyes and designing this palette, with me having brown eyes as well, I definitely thought that it would be intriguing to pick up. And also, I just love her style. All right, and then here are the cooler tones. Ooh, I love that purple. And this silver, I really love that as well because it's more of like a taupey silver than like a stark silver, and that is just so much more flattering than just really stark like bluish tone silvers. So I really love those cool tones actually. All right, so the first thing that I think I'm going to do is go ahead and take this color here, and I'm going to put that all over my lid, and I'm just going to put that on with my finger. And as usual, I'm going to do one eye on camera, and I will do the other off of camera, just for the essence of time. This is kind of even a little bit shifty, like whenever I'm moving my eyes around, or not my eyes, when I'm moving my head around, it's kind of like you can see a little bit of like a gold type of sheen to this as well. It's very pretty. Now I'm going to take my little Lunar Beauty flat brush. I use this all the time. It is the LBE 5. And I'm going to go into this beautiful shade here. I love shades like this. So pretty. So I did tap that off just a little bit. And I like doing my eyes first. That way, you see how this is coming down here? I don't have to worry about that whenever I'm trying to blend my eyeshadows because I'm just going to clean that right up. Then I'm going to go into a little fluffy brush. This is from Luxie. This is the 229 Tapered Blending Brush. And again, I'm going to go into that maroon shade. I did tap it off just to make sure I didn't put down too much product. And I'm going to blend that into the crease. Now with this shade, I'm just going to keep blending up, almost really touching my brow up here. Just because I like everything to be very blended. Okay. Then I'm going to take a little bit more of a defined crease brush. And again, I'm going to go back into this maroon shade. And I'm going to really focus this directly into that crease. Just to define it even more. All right, and one final touch, I'm going to go back into this pink. And just to really make this part of the lid pop, I'm going to put a little bit more of that right on that inner half, I would say. So that's going to be it for the look. I'm going to probably go in with this little fluffy brush one more time. And just where I added that crease shade right into the crease, I'm going to run this brush over it just a little bit just to diffuse it. Just a touch. All right. That is going to be it. So I'm going to go ahead, clean this up. So to do that, I will just take a makeup wipe, fold it in half so I've got like a nice, thick line. And then I will just run that right along and then it cleans everything up perfectly. So I'm going to go ahead, catch up the other eye, do my base makeup, and then we will be back for the lower lash line and the face products. All right, I am back looking flatter than ever. But anyway, if you're interested in what I used on the rest of my face, I put on the MAC Studio Fix Fluid. I love this. It has SPF 15. I know a ton of people don't talk about MAC anymore, but I freaking love MAC. MAC is still like it for me. If you like MAC videos, I have a ton in my playlist. But anyway, this is in shade NC12, and then I used a CoverGirl concealer. This is the True Blend Undercover Concealer. I have mine in the shade L400, which is Classic Ivory. And then another one that I pulled out again recently, and I have been loving again. This is the Too Faced Born This Way Ethereal Setting Powder. This is my second or third container of this. I love this powder so much, and every time I pull it out, I'm reminded of that. So anyway, I've been using this a ton recently. All right, now let's go ahead and finish up the eyes. So I am actually going to go in with my highlighter brush, and I'm going to go into this highlighter here. Now, this highlighter is called Heavenly. The only thing I wish this had a mirror, because I find myself, I keep wanting to look into that. So I have to put that down, and then I have to pick up my little handheld. I mean, it is what it is, but actually I think that brush might be a little bit too big. I'm going to go into a more little precise brush and just really hit right there under the brow. This highlighter is so pretty. Highlighters from Ofra, I've said it before in my collection videos, if you love a beaming highlighter, which honestly I don't really love that anymore on my face, but you can still apply them lightly. But Ofra highlighters, those are like see you from space highlighters. Such a good formula, and it always blends like right into your skin. Okay, so we've got that done. Now we're gonna go ahead and go into the lower lash line. So I'm gonna take a little pencil brush and I'm gonna go back into this maroon shade, and that is actually called Yum. So I'm gonna run through, because I didn't tell y'all the names. This is Marshmallow, Cookie, Fuzzy, Hey Girl, Cleo, oh sorry, Yum, Coffee, and it's pronounced, I mean it's spelled like how she says it, Friends, and then Cleo. So I think some of these are named after her nieces, which are so cute. But yeah, this palette is very much her, which I love. So okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and just, we're doing, you know, nothing complicated here. Just going to take that maroon shade and smoke it out on the lower lash line. And I'm bringing it down a bit. I don't want it, you know, super close to my eye. I want you to be able to see it whenever I have mascara on. Okay, then using that same brush, I'm gonna go into that pink shade, and I'm gonna put the pink right here, like I would say on the inner third. All right. Lastly, I'm gonna take a little flat brush and I'm gonna go into that highlight. I'm gonna pop the highlighter right here on the inner corner. Okay. All right, guys, I went ahead and did my brows off of camera and put on my mascara. I used the Anastasia Dip Brow Pomade in medium brown, and then for the mascara, I used the NARS Climax, which is such a favorite. I love that mascara. I always go back to it. But now we are going to go ahead and get into the face products. So here we have the bronzer, which is, this is the shade called Brooklyn. And then you have Heavenly and The City. And as I mentioned, Leora is from Brooklyn. Born and raised in Brooklyn. She still lives in Brooklyn. She is such a little cutie. I love her so much. I'm going to go ahead and go into this shade. The only thing I will say is it is kind of a lighter shade, so I don't know how that would work. Oh, I'm using the wrong brush. I don't know how that would work on darker skin tones, you know. But she is, I would say, a medium skin tone. So this definitely will work on light to medium. I'm not sure about deep. If you have this palette and you do have deeper skin, you'll have to let us know how it works. Of course, I can only speak, you know, for myself. Now, I will say there was a good amount of kick up on here, as you can tell. It's fine with me, but just FYI. Now, I did not tap this off at all. I just went straight into the product and onto my face. I like that this is blending out just fine, so I don't have to be super careful with this bronzer. I really do not like those ones that are so pigmented that, you know, you're scared to use almost. Not a fan of those. So I like that this is easy to use and you really don't have to think about it. You can just go in and, you know, start blending. I always bring it down, just whatever's left on my brush after my cheeks. I always bring that down to like my neck and chest area just so everything blends nicely together. Because I really don't like being out in the sun these days. The sun is so damaging for your skin. Normally, I would do my brows very last, but I felt like I was looking crazy. I just wanted to go ahead and get those done. All right, so I really like that bronzer shade. I like that it's matte as well. So you can kind of use it to chisel out your cheeks a little bit if you want. Next up, I'm going to go in with my highlighter, and I absolutely love this highlighter here. So gorgeous, and this will last you forever because these are so pigmented. So pretty. And I think she named it well, naming it Heavenly, because it is a pretty heavenly highlighter. All right, so I'm just gonna put this on all the high points. So I always do the tip of my nose. I love when the tip of the nose is really highlighted. I also always do my Cupid's bow. Whatever's left, I will put on my chin. And then I always do one tap in, and I will just put it at the very highest point of my brow and kind of drag it up, just to bring some light to that area. Now, I will say if you're using this all the time, this is going to get very messy because you can see just from that one use, you know, it's going to be brown all around this if you're using this all the time. So I'm going to go ahead and go into this blush. And again, that's the shade The City. And I'm just going to put that on. Such a pretty color. Blush, I think, just kind of brings everything together. I'm going to put a little bit more on my apples of my cheeks right here. All right, whatever is left, I always bring up to my temples as well with my blush. And finally, one step I never skip, I always have just a clean, huge, fluffy brush. This is from the Jacqueline and Morphe collection. This is the JH01. This is modeled off of like a Tom Ford brush though. And I just will take that clean brush and just kind of brush it all along my face, because I think it just softens everything and blends everything together. It seems like an unnecessary step, but I can tell every time that I don't do that, which is rare, but all right, so that is it. I think we did a whole ton with this little palette here. Again, for $39, you can do your whole entire face with Ofra products, which are, you know, extremely pigmented, good quality. And I'm going to go ahead and swatch these face products for you guys as well. So there's the blush, highlighter, and the bronzer. So freaking gorgeous. I love these shades. If you are my skin tone, a little bit lighter, a little bit deeper, these I think would work so good on you. Again, I don't know about deep skin tones. If you have a deep skin tone, you will have to let us know. Okay, so next up is the lip products. These come in a little duo. So these retail for $27. And this is a long-lasting liquid lipstick, which Ofra is known for, and it is in the shade Leora. Love that. And then this is the lip gloss here, and this is in the shade Scorpio, because I'm guessing she's a Scorpio. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and give you a swatch of these. So there is the lippy. And then this, it kind of looks like opalescent. It's got some different color, like little glitters in there. Yeah, it's definitely got some gold, like pinky gold shift to it. It smells like vanilla. It smells so good. All right, so I'm going to line my lips. This is the NYX Nude Suede Shoes lip liner. It's one of my favorites. Just because it's very close, just because it is very close to my natural lip color. Okay, And this will just help me kind of stay in the lines of my lips with liquid lipsticks. That's the only thing. I feel like if you mess up with a liquid lipstick, it kind of ruins everything. So I'm always really hesitant to use these, just specifically like for that reason. Now, I also did not apply any lip balm, which I usually do. My lips are pretty dry, so. Oh, this is a pretty shade. At first, I thought it was going to look a whole lot darker than that on the lips when I did that swatch. This is not too dark at all. This is a very everyday shade, actually. I like the tone of it. It's not too brown. It's not too red. It's very nice, actually. These are the kind of lip shades that I love. Okay. So here it is on its own. And I really, really like this shade. I think it is so nice. All right. Now I'm going to go ahead and put on some of this gloss. Now, I don't want to ruin this applicator. So what I'm going to do is put a little bit on my finger. And just kind of pat that right on the center. All right, I think I'm going to use the Urban Decay De-Slick setting spray. All right, guys, so this is the finished makeup look. I'm really happy with it. I think, again, the only real complaint that I have is that I wish this had a mirror. If this had a mirror, I think that this would be a perfect collection. It was kind of aggravating, you know, like picking this up, putting on the product on my brush, and then I would have to, you know, put it down and pick up my mirror. That literally is the only complaint I have. Everything performed really, really well. I do love the tones that she picked out for these eyeshadows. I think specifically these two I'm like in love with. Those are gorgeous, but I love how it's laid out as well. It literally just puts no thought into it. These are nice little duos, easy eye looks that you can create, and then you have these gorgeous, gorgeous face colors down here. You could use these on the eyes as well. I mean, as you saw, I used this highlighter on the eyes, but you could also use these, you know, in the crease to do different looks with these colors as well. I think this was extremely well thought out. And the fact that this is only $39, one of their highlighters is usually around that price. So you are getting a lot of product for $39. I don't see how they created this at that price point. So I do love it. I love that she did the little mint green too. Ofra packaging in general is just not the best as far as like aesthetics go. But I do like that she created like a nice fun color, and it's not just like their classic like white packaging. So do really like that. Now the lip products. These are, again, sold in a duo for $27. And these are gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. I love this lip color. I was very kind of hesitant and scared to put this on, but it went on just fine. And especially these even combined, really, really like it. It just looks nice and juicy. This alone would probably look really gorgeous as well. Just if you're doing like a simple, like no makeup type of look, I think that would look really pretty because it does have like some pinky gold shift to it. So it would add interest and just look like plump on your lips. Love the scent of this as well. If you're sensitive to scents, you might not like it, but I happen to like the vanilla scent in it. And for $27, I don't think that that is bad for this duo. If I had to pick one, I would definitely pick the palette. $39 for this is a steal But you can get the PR package like I did online at Ofra's website for $59. And that's a wonderful, wonderful price for all of these products. I really love it. I think Leora did a fantastic job. You guys will have to let me know what else you want to see. I have a ton of new stuff coming. Again, I have been getting all of these new releases and I just have not been able to film them because I have been so busy. I've got the second Gemini palette coming, the Dominique new palette from her. I've got the Bridgerton collection from Pat McGrath. And I got the new Artist Couture palette. So if you guys have a preference on what you would like to see next, you'll have to let me know down below and I will kind of push that video up. But I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll catch you in my next one. Bye, guys.